Welcome to Sharp or Square, presented by Hard Rock Bets. We are part of the Volume Podcast Network. This is the show that makes the squares sharper and makes the wise guys pay attention. I am Chad Millman. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, my BFF, my companion, my compadre, professional bettor, Simon Hunter. Hello, Simon.
Chad, how we doing?
Brother, I've passed the bad to worst. I had a good run. Let my legacy be the Texans covering and winning. I think I'm on the other side of it. I don't sound like it. Definitely not feeling perfect, but I will feel better if we have a great day today, brother.
Well, maybe you being an NFC North champ will make you feel a little better as well.
NFC North champion, Chicago Bears. We're going to get to them in so many of their games. This is the stripped down in the room version of Sharp or Square. We're going to make some terrible decisions today, but hope everybody enjoys the ride. Remember, you can see the dynamic contest lines Simon and I are playing at the free Sharp or Square Pro Football Pick'em contest if you've signed up to play at sharporsquare.thevolume.com. You can be tracking Simon and I in the contest. Chad and Simon, BFFs is our name. Are you ready, brother?
Let's do it.
All right. First one up. Seattle is -7 at Carolina. The best line we can get in the contest, because the contest only plays half-point lines, is 7.5. This was Simon Says. I think we're leaning into it. We're taking a shot. Lots of tickets on the Panthers. So I like fading the public here. This is clearly going to be the public dog of the week.
Yeah, and we do have a favorite that's very public that we like. So at least we have one favorite that everyone just absolutely hates, and that's always a nice spot to be. Like you just said, it's never good to really be hammering the public dog. It does hit, that we talk all the time. It does come through, but for this matchup, I think people are overlooking this game a lot. Where there is a reason this number is so high, that the Seattle's defense is dominant, probably the best defense the Panthers will play all season, and we've seen this Panther team. They have been up and down, but when they've faced really good defenses or at least really good play callers, they've struggled. I mean, I just keep thinking back to that Salah game with the 49ers, right? I think they had 9 total points. And it's just, it's a lot to ask of Bryce Young. And I talk all the time about this. It's the human element too. How are they not looking ahead to the Bucs next week? I mean, how can they not be thinking about that? So, it's painful to do it, Chad. Painful to go against our Carolina Panthers here, but really like this match for the Seahawks team. And I think it's another game where they're going to show why they right now are the 1 seed. They're just a really dominant team and so well coached. So this feels like a great match for the Seahawks.
The Seahawks have been playing great all year. This is a good chance for them to reaffirm their position atop the conference, the NFC. New Orleans at Tennessee. This number is down to 1.5, and this is a good example of why it's important to listen to every show. This line opened New Orleans -3. We talked about it on Tuesday on the show, betting Tennessee +3. If you were betting the contest, like we said, these are dynamic lines. If you were betting the contest all week, you were getting Tennessee +2.5. We currently have Tennessee +2.5 in the contest. I still love it. This is the side of the wise guys, Tennessee. This is the sharp side. All the tickets are on New Orleans. So we do have some reverse line movement here, with the public coming in on New Orleans and the professionals betting Tennessee.
Yeah, and I hate to say that this doesn't feel like a game where the line is going to matter. I just would be shocked seeing this number land on 2, just because it's 2 rookie quarterbacks. I'm expecting a lot of chaos, a lot of dumb stuff. So, I wouldn't let the 1.5 scare you off if you are like Chad and you do love Tennessee. And like you said, Thursday, Tuesday, all the shows we've talked about Tennessee, that was the professional side. And then we saw the number continuing to come down. I am shocked because it's so early in the morning here that it is already down to 1.5. I thought this would still be 2, maybe 3, getting closer to kickoff than the professionals would hit it. But looks like someone was busy overnight using all their money from the Ravens-Texans win. So pretty shocking to see it down to 1.5. And like Chad said, the Saints, probably the second biggest public side right now behind the Jaguars. It's just a ton of money hammering that side. So, yeah, it pains me because Shuck's my guy, but I've been saying it all week with Chad. This feels like a Tennessee spot, a Tennessee number. They shouldn't have been a dog. This should have been a pick or maybe a small favorite on Tennessee. It's just the Saints, the Shough hype has reached peak level after that huge win last week against the Jets. So it's, again, if he wins this, it's another respect to him. This feels like a total letdown spot for him. And we've seen Tennessee, like Chad talked about, they're fired their head coach since then. 5-3 against the spread. They've won 3 games though in that mix. Like, they've just been a totally different team. So it's a nice time for us to get back on this Tennessee train.
Mike McCoy, they call him the Master Mike McCoy. Pittsburgh at Cleveland, another line that's moving in the direction of the Steelers. Since the Ravens won last night, everyone now, I think there had been some hedging on this. People have been betting the Cleveland because they thought, all right, if the Ravens lose without Lamar Jackson, then the Steelers might rest starters because they will have wrapped up the AFC North. Now we know that's not going to be the case. So we can expect Pittsburgh to play all of its players. We had been betting Cleveland long before the expectation of that they wouldn't be playing starters, because we're going back to our roots. We're betting Cleveland at home with a great defense that we hope returns to being a great defense. And we're fading the Steelers in a road favorite, anti-Mike Tomlin, rah spot. I will say it makes me a little nervous. I think the line has moved from 3 to 3.5 because the public has been coming in on the Steelers. But you never feel good betting the Browns.
You never feel good. I do think that's a Mason Rudolph, Aaron Rodgers move too, right? If this was, guaranteed Rodgers wasn't going to play, it wasn't going to be Mason Rudolph, probably would have kept going down, probably would be 2.5, 2 by kick. The live movement feels right to me, right? You're getting Pittsburgh, a much better team with the better quarterback. And like Chad's saying here, it's never a good feeling back in the Browns here, but I told you we have history with this one. We always blindly bet the Browns at home here. And, it's crazy. 4 of the last 5, they won outright against the Pittsburgh Steelers in this exact spot. And we talk all the time divisionally, these teams kind of have to throw the records out. Certain teams match up well against other teams, and we've seen that time and time again. So, yeah, will it be brutal when we're sitting here Sunday night and Pittsburgh rolls by 30? Of course, but we also saw it coming in a sense that we've been worried about this Browns team quitting for months here, and they did show life last week. It's part of the reason you are buying back in this week. And, just look at the matchup as well. The Browns are going to be able to run the ball against Pittsburgh. I know Pittsburgh's defense has been better, but they still are down Watt. They're still down a couple guys on the D-line. And I do look at this Browns team. That is their identity at the end of the day, right? It's not Shedeur. It's that run game being consistent for them. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do now in this matchup. And I don't know about you, Chad, but the fact that it's backed up to 3.5 honestly makes me feel better. I'm just glad everyone listening to this can get the hook, because it would have been pretty shit if we woke up this morning it's 2.5 and people couldn't get that, because I do think this game does feel like it's going to land right on 3.
Yeah, no, totally agree. Philadelphia at Buffalo. This is a line that's been moving as well. The Buffalo Bills currently 2-point favorites at Hard Rock. It was down to 1 on Thursday. A lot of that, I think, is because we were unsure of Josh Allen's status with his injured foot. He came out and said he's good to go. He's playing. The Buffalo Bills, Simon, are going to be our rock in a hard place, Hard Rock, bet of the week. Look, we've been betting into this all week, basically since Sunday. We've been leaning towards the Bills. It got down to 1. I bet it even more at 1. I bet the Bills on the money line just to get a little bit of a better price. But expecting Josh Allen to play. So now we just have to contend with the fact the Eagles' rush defense is really what we're betting against, right? We're betting against them not being able to contain a mobile quarterback and hoping that a mobile quarterback can be effective even when he's injured. We're hoping that James Cook and the rest of that Bills offense can effectively run the ball against a 22nd ranked rush defense. It's not going to be through the passing game. The Eagles' pass defense has just been getting better and better. And the Bills really don't have the weapons to take advantage of sort of the lack of outside corner depth for the Eagles. The line's moving back in our direction. So I kind of feel good about that.
Yeah, and this is the game I was always going to hate for us, because I knew this was going to be by far our biggest public play, right? This is all public money. And I think the public has the same view as we did. It's just the Bills feel like they're going to be the more desperate team. I don't know. There's something about this Eagles team I haven't trusted all season. And normally, I would love the Eagles in this spot, right? It's Jalen Hurts is an underdog, being overlooked a little bit, right? Especially, looking at multiple different books here, he's getting less than 20% of the money. That's usually when the Eagles burn these type of teams. But we've already seen it, right? The Eagles have a couple guys that are going to sit here. Lane Johnson still isn't back. It's supposed to be freezing rain and really bad weather in this matchup as well. And this is like what we always talk about. It's Josh Allen at home in bad weather.
As a short faith.
Yeah, even if we're down 14, it's just going to be like that spot where we never feel like we're dead. We always are going to believe he's going to be able to get us back into this, especially any number under 3. So really about playing the number here. Like Chet said, it's running up to 2.5. There is 1.5 left out there. The 2 is not going to scare me off any either. So anything you get under 3, I would take it here on the Bills at home.
For the last game we've leaned into, before we get to some that we're still considering, the Chicago Bears plus 3.5 at the San Francisco 49ers. The Sunday night game, it's moved to 3 at Hard Rock, but a lot of 3.5s out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we're stepping in it a little bit. I will tell you, I have so many futures tied to the Niners making the Super Bowl that part of me almost needs them to win this game to get the number 1 seed and have a chance to play against Seattle for the number 1 seed. And the Bears having wrapped up the division makes me feel like maybe I want to root for my bet here, my futures bet. But at the end of the day, we're getting the hook for the Bears that have a great running game, and we're leaning into their magic a little bit. I got to tell you, I'm just tailing you on this one. That's really what it is.
Well, your dream might come true, buddy. This is why we play the spread. The 49ers can win. We can win our bet. So you can get the best of both worlds.
That's what I'm hoping.
I am shocked to hear you say this nonsense. You have a chance of the 1 seed. What is wrong with you right now? You are a beaten down Bears fan. Oh my God.
It's
you have a chance of the 1 seed. I can't get over what you just said.
We're not getting the 1 seed. There's no chance.
I mean, every Bears fan was left this team for dead, I feels like, in week 5 or 6, and now they have potential to be the 1 seed. So I can't fault you for not believing. It's what your organization usually does, let you down. But I keep telling you, it feels like it's a new age. And as great as this 49ers team has been, we've given them a ton of props. They have to get bit eventually by this defense. The defense is horrible. They have 0 pass rush. It's alarming when you break down the numbers how bad their defensive line is. It's just been a total mute point. And Salah it's the coach of the year race is so brutal. Like Shanahan, I see why people want to give it to him. What he's done this year has been incredible. Between Mac Jones, steps in, they don't miss a beat. Purdy comes back. Once again, they don't miss a beat. Like, it's just incredible how he's made that locker room hold together while losing Fred Warner and Bosa. So I get why you're scared of this 49ers team, right? We know this is a juggernaut. And the Bears, this feels like a David and Goliath. It feels like most people in the general public do not believe what you're saying too. They just do not believe the Bears in this spot. And the money does reflect that. What Chad said, the ton of money, especially since that game yesterday, since the Bears clinched the North, has just come in pouring in on the Niners team. So another game, I'm happy. We're getting a great number, 3.5 on this Bears team. I think this is a game where they could easily win outright. They just, matchup-wise, I love their offense against this 49ers defense. And we talked about it. I think defensively, they're going to have a lot of schemes and stuff they can do against Shannon's offense that they're going to hide, like they've been doing all year, hiding their safeties, put them in weird spots where they get these crazy turnovers. And I like that here for this Bears defense. So couldn't have asked for a better Sunday night game. Just 2 teams fighting for the number 1 seed. NFL nailed it.
All right, let's take a quick break and hear from Hard Rock Bet, and then we're going to discuss which teams we might want to put in to replace some of these guaranteed losers we got. Today's show is brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Hard Rock Bet, Florida Sportsbook, and the official sportsbook partner of your favorite Florida teams like the Jags, Buccaneers, Heat, Magic, and Panthers. It's week 18 and playoff spots are on the line. Think you know how it will play out? Build a same-game parlay on Hard Rock Bet and turn game day into payday. Or if you're more into hardwood than the gridiron, you can put up shots on the NBA and college every night on Hard Rock Bet, your home for hoops action all season long. You can even combine your football and basketball bets. If you've got a Week 18 parlay, add an NBA bet or player prop to turn it and turn up the payouts. And if you missed the start of the game, don't worry, Hard Rock Bet has live in-game betting, so you're never too late to bet any football or hoops game all season. Find a winner or grab that player prop you had circled and bet live in just a few easy taps. If you haven't tried your first bet on Hard Rock Bet, there's still time for you to get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Just place a $5 bet, and if it hits, you get not only your winnings, but also an extra $150 in bonus bets. The Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app is the only legal sportsbook for whenever you're in Florida, and also live in Arizona, Ohio, New Jersey, Indiana, Tennessee, Virginia, Illinois, Colorado, and Michigan. Coming soon to more states too. Plus, Hard Rock Bet offers new promos every single day. So whenever you're listening, just open up the app and check out what you've got any day of the week. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and make your first deposit. I always feel like that music on the ad read puts us right in the middle of The Price is Right. Simon, the New York Giants are visiting the Las Vegas Raiders. And after the show we recorded on Friday, where we were starting to lean pretty heavily into the Raiders, mainly because the Giants were going to have Andrew Thomas and Max Crosby was supposed to be lining up opposite whoever that new left tackle would be. It was announced Max Crosby would no longer be playing this year. And then he just left the facility because he's so pissed about it, because he's maniacal. And I love that about him. This line moved from Raiders plus a half to Raiders plus 2.5. I want to bring it up because of the Crosby kerfuffle. No reason for me to play it anymore.
That's fair. And yeah, I love just some guy in the front office thinks he can go to maybe one of the best physically talented athletes in all of the sport and be like, hey, we're sitting you for 2 games. You've been banged up all year. Enjoy it. You deserve it. We'll put you on IR, without thinking this psychopath is going to be like, dude, this is my life's work. Why would I not want to play in this game? So he's been trolling the hell out of them. I think he posted on Instagram videos of him shooting basketballs off 1 foot and him like dunking and stuff, just trolling them. So Max Crosby, Bears would love you. I know the Eagles,
my God,
we would love you. Everyone is licking their chomps right now, being like, dude, this man's going to force his way out. Like, it's just all the money works as well. Everyone's dove in at all the money. I think it's like a really small dead cap hit for this Raiders team. So I think this is someone that wants Crosby to be on a good team. This is like a dream scenario for me. It's like he's going to force his way out.
In my COVID haze the past 48 to 72 hours, I did run through multiple scenarios to get Max Crosby to the Bears. I think I have one. I want to talk about it on Tuesday's show. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it for the show.
But yeah, for this game, I think nothing's changed for me, right? It's 2 horrible teams. I'm just going to bank on the trends because there's no real read for me on this game. Like Chad just said, both teams they're tank offing right now.
Yeah.
Like, both teams are sitting star players. I saw multiple people posting on social media of all the Giants players out like 11 o'clock midnight last night, walking around Vegas and doing stuff. So it's just a very weird spot where I don't know how serious either team's taking this one, because both front offices clearly they're trying to tank. So it's a bizarre game, but I just can't get over that it's Pete Carroll, a veteran coach who I think knows his job's done. I think he's going to try to win this game. And now I'm getting even better odds. Like, they're plus 2.5 now. So it's a sucker bet.
You know what? Just take the money line.
Yeah, you can. You know me, I'm a big sticker on the 2.5, but the money line is plus 130, plus 125. Not a bad bet either, but crazy. I'm looking at right now the splits, all the money, all the tickets are coming on the Giants. And I can't believe people are hammering the Giants in this spot. So yeah, kind of a funny game. And I get why the line's moved, right? Max Crosby, probably worth 1.5, 2 points to this Raiders team. That's
yeah, for sure.
Defense is. So live movement makes total sense.
The last game I want to talk about,
yeah,
because I can't believe we haven't spent more time on it, is the Patriots visiting the Jets, and the Jets are 13.5-point underdogs. This should be a blind bet for us. Like the Jets, a smash spot of a home dog in the division of nearly 2 touchdowns against a Patriots team. I don't know if you saw the clips from Mike Vrabel's press conference the other day, but he opened basically going through a list of players who would not be playing. That included Milt Williams, defensive tackle, Travion Henderson, running back. Now, since then, Mac Hollins is out as well. So, like, I know the Patriots have stuff to play for, but 13.5 points on the road at an end-of-season game, I just want to make the case that we should be having a serious conversation about this. In an unserious world, in an unserious moment for the Jets, we should be having a serious conversation about betting the Jets.
No, I don't hate your read, but I do want people to understand there's a huge difference between this and that Chiefs game, right? The Chiefs, they have the coaching, they have the pedigree, they have the veteran players that have done it before. The Jets literally have none of what I just said. They have none of that. So that's my biggest issue here. Like the quarterback, the Chiefs could have made it work. They can make this third string, never played a snap NFL and make it work. The Jets have simply not made it. So, me and you got off the Jets train at the right time, right? We jumped as soon as Taylor got hurt. Tyrod was our guy. He was a covering machine for us. I think the last game we really bet on. Maybe we did bet the next game after that, but he won that Atlanta game, right? They won 27-24, something like that. The 3 games since then, Chad, they got blown out 34-10. They got blown out 48-20, and they got blown out by the Saints last week 29-6. So I do think your theory and your reasoning is right. Normally this would be a spot to take the Jets, but I just think they've totally quit on the season, and they just have horrible coaching. So I cannot put money into it, and I think your read is right to the Patriots. It's not being talked about enough. Maybe I'll bring it up now, but like Chad said, the injuries, it's a big deal. A lot of the guys are missing. I think that Mac Hollins injury is going to be a huge deal for them in the playoffs. It feels like any time they need a first down or a big play, Mac Hollins has been that guy for Drake May this season. So really shocking to see they put him on the IR. I think it was like a abdominal injury. Just popped up out of nowhere. All of a sudden, this guy is out now for 4 games for the Patriots. So, yeah, you're right about maybe we'll look into this more in the Patriots in the playoffs, that this is going to be a big downgrade because of all the injuries they've had. But I think they're making the right decision here, sitting a bunch of people, just trying to get right, because I just don't know if the 1 seed's really refusing at this point. So, yeah, I don't hate your reach at. I can't back a Jets team. I'm totally worried they've quit.
Mac Hollins was actually only a few catches away from a pretty big bonus. I think he's like 4 catches from getting a $400,000 bonus. Something that I want to do on Tuesday as well, in addition to dissecting the Bears trade for Max Crosby, is we need to give people a list of the players who are close to incentives in their contracts in the final game of the season, so people can be paying attention to that and think about how they might want to play those games. All right, so then here's our final 5. Simon, we're going Seattle. It's 7.5 in the contest. We're taking it. We're going with Tennessee. We got it at 2.5 in the contest. That line is currently 1.5. We still like Tennessee. Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Cleveland at 3.5. We're playing Cleveland. Philadelphia at Buffalo. The Bills are currently 2-point favorites to 1.5 in the contest. We're on it. And we're playing the Chicago Bears at plus 3.5 against the San Francisco 49ers in Sunday Night Football. Those are going to be the games that we are playing. This has been Sharper Square, part of the Volume Podcast Network. We will be back on Sharper Square on YouTube tonight, live after America's Game of the Week, to recap all the misery and glory of the day. Watch or listen on YouTube. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, download from Spotify, Apple Pods, wherever you get your pods. Rate, review, subscribe, leave us 5 stars, say whatever you want. Feedback is the gift. Until tonight, love you.
Come on, baby, one time, baby, one time.